Coming up, breaking down the results of a yearly report on the well-being of Kentucky's children.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. A yearly report shows the overall well-being of Kentucky children compared to all 50 states. While Kentucky is ranked higher this year than last, education officials still are not satisfied with where we are now. Lucy Bryson breaks down 2024's report.
Yearly, the Annie E. Casey Foundation releases a Kids Count report analyzing the well-being of children across the United States. It takes into consideration 16 different indicators like economic well-being, education, health, and community. In the 35th year of its publication, the state of Kentucky is coming away with an overall ranking of 38 out of 50. Bridget Blum, president and CEO of the Pritchard Committee of Academic Excellence, says bringing that number up takes all of us.
We've got to get it right in Frankfort, and we've got to get it right in our communities, and we don't have time to waste.
When compared to 2022's numbers, there are some areas that have improved. If we go down to the family and community section, all this green means that it's better than 2022. But if we go back up to the education part, we see some startling percentages showing how many Kentucky kids are not proficient in reading and math.
That's a heartbreaking one for us. In 2015, Kentucky ranked 8th in the nation in 4th grade reading. We've fallen to 29th in the nation in reading. Again, a call to action that we really need to come together and figure that out.
While there are areas like reading and math proficiency that do raise eyebrows, Blum highlights some triumphs in the report, such as seeing student progress for children who come from households where the head doesn't have a high school diploma. She credits that work to the state.
The work that we've done as a state to increase high school graduation, we rank 3rd in the nation, is actually pulling that indicator up.
But she says in all areas, we shouldn't stay satisfied if we want progression.
Even with the bright spots, this report should really be a call to action.
In Lexington, I'm Lucy Bryson, WKYT.
In 2023, Kentucky ranked even lower than this year, sitting at 40th out of 50. The highest ranking in the past 5 years was in 2020 through 2022. Kentucky sat consistently at 37th.
We had a beautiful day across eastern Kentucky. Temperatures were in the 70s, some places well below normal, but that's going to change as we go throughout the week. Made it to 77 in Jackson. Prestonsburg made it to 77, 78 in Manchester, as well as London. Somerset, oh, so close to 80. You made it to 79 degrees. All is quiet on live pinpoint Doppler radar. This is going to get a break over the next several days as high pressure will be in control for quite some time. As a matter of fact, if you have plans to go chase Fido or go find Trixie or whatever your dog's name is, the dog walking forecast has temperatures in the upper 50s by 7 a.m. We'll see plenty of sunshine, 71 degrees by 11 o'clock, 75 by the 1 o'clock hour. Now, coming up in the first alert forecast, we're going to turn that temperature up a little bit. Just how warm will we go? I'll have that answer in a few minutes. Steve, over to you.
All right, Eric, thanks. State police are investigating a death possibly related to an animal attack in Letcher County. Troopers received a call about the incident around 1 a.m. Sunday. They say 57-year-old Trina Sandlin of Jeremiah was found on Doty Creek in the Jeremiah community. Troopers say family members found Sandlin near her home over an embankment, and she had suffered injuries consistent with an animal attack. They did not say what type of animal. Her body was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy. A sad update to a story we first brought you at 6. A missing Bell County man was found dead. Deputy Coroner Jason Steele says 73-year-old Donnie Fuson was found dead by a family friend a little before 6:30 tonight. The cause of death is not known. His body was sent to Frankfort for an autopsy. Deputies say Fuson was last spoken to last Thursday at his home off Highway 92. We have a more positive update on another missing persons case. State police say Angela Napier has been located and is okay. At 6, we told you she was reported missing on June 6th and was last seen in Corbin on the 7th. State police thanked everyone who assisted in finding her. In Breathitt County, a nursing home was evacuated because of a fire in the laundry room. Saturday afternoon, Jackson Fire got a call about a fire alarm at the Landmark of Breathitt Nursing Facility. While en route, firefighters learned that smoke was coming from the laundry room. When they arrived, they began evacuating the building. The fire was in one of the dryers and they quickly put it out. Once the smoke cleared, residents were allowed to return. No one was injured. A Letcher County bridge standing nearly a century has closed for repairs, leading to concerns from community members. The Blackie Bridge was closed last week after road department officials found issues with steel connections. EMS Director Sean Gilley says this was a shock for him and others in the area. Officials say this leads to safety concerns and longer school bus routes.
Without any contact with the state and without any hope of resolutions from the state, you're looking at putting children on school buses for hours because we could not come up with a plan.
Gilley says first responders were denied emergency access to the bridge. Highway Department officials told us they have hired someone to make the repairs, but it's not known how long that will take. Appalachian Regional Healthcare is celebrating its newest expansion. Highlands ARH hosted the ribbon cutting for its neonatal intensive care unit today, bringing expanded services to the community. Officials say the addition will give families the chance to stay home and get the care they need in the event of a high-risk pregnancy or birth.
So to be able to keep our moms and babies close to home and that support group of their families and caregivers with them truly makes a difference in the birthing experience.
After the ribbon cutting, Governor Andy Beshear's senior advisor presented ARH with a $400,000 check for a new mobile health clinic. Officials say it was a day of celebrating medical advancements in the mountains. Officials with the Help End Addiction for Life group in Letcher County are working to create a facility to help those going through addiction recovery. HEAL President Dr. Sidney Whitaker says they've seen a similar facility make a great impact in Lee County. She says the staff will be there for people looking to turn their lives around.
Staff will primarily be those who are in recovery themselves. So they'll be able to reach out and say, hey, I've been where you are and you can get out of this whenever you're ready. Whatever point you're at, I'll help you. So if that's just warming up something in the microwave or referring you to treatment, I can do either one. So that's kind of going to be the goal for those that are there working for us and helping us out with making that initial contact.
Dr. Whitaker says with overdose death rates decreasing both statewide and in the county, they hope this will help further decrease those numbers. It's getting more expensive for parents to buy food for their kids during summer break. However, many schools across the Commonwealth work to ensure no children go hungry during these months. Through summer feeding programs, both Perry County Schools and Hazard Independent do their part to provide free meals to kids during the summer.
We provide healthy, fresh fruits and vegetables, and they get the nutrition that they need on a daily basis. So even though they're not in school, they still get the same meals that they need throughout the summer.
Both Hazard and Perry County school officials say they serve hundreds of students each day during summer break. A federal judge is weighing arguments in Lexington about changes to Title IX protections that are set to go into effect in a few months. 6 states have joined in on an 83-page lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Education looking to change the definition of sex to include gender identity. It all started with a West Virginia high school female athlete who says a transgender student was allowed to compete with her in competitions.
We've seen the dangers of males competing in women's sports, and this goes even further than that. It opens up private spaces, it opens up locker rooms, restrooms, even hotels on overnight stays, and we want to ensure that women and girls are protected.
6 states have now sued the Biden administration regarding the Title IX overhaul. In a statement, Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman said, quote, the Biden administration's assault on Title IX would end 50 years of protections and fairness. If a judge rules in favor of the states, it would put the new changes on hold while the case works its way through the court system, end quote. As of now, the new rules are set to go into effect August 1st. The Batcats made history in Lexington this weekend, hosting a super regional for the first time and sweeping Oregon State to reach their first ever College World Series. The excitement has swept across Big Blue Nation and local ballparks. Jeremy Tom spoke with Little Leaguers about the mark this UK team has made on them.
A historic weekend for UK baseball capped with an exclamation point as the Batcats booked their place in the College World Series before a sold-out crowd.
It was very loud. I was right behind home plate.
The Cats played until well after dark, and Big Blue Nation never moved.
It showed the dedication of all the fans.
It made for a longer night than some parents would have wanted.
They weren't really happy about it. I went to the game last night. It was way too late.
But it created lasting memories for Cats fans, even the little ones.
The kids look up to those guys, and it really gives them something to, to cheer for, beyond this.
Jared Aerosmith says Lexington has been a baseball city. If you had to go looking for proof, you'd find it at Ecton Park.
This league really is about community. Currently, we've got over 660 kids in our league.
Lexington's Eastern Little League has brought families together around baseball for decades.
And you'll see here today a lot of alumni, older kids that have played here that are still friends and lifelong friends.
Aerosmith says the kids can learn a lot from what's unfolded at Kentucky Proud Park.
The biggest thing is being part of a team and to support each other.
And it can give them that bit of belief that magic moments like this can all happen for them right here in Lexington.
They're really good role models because that means when we're older, we could do something like that if we just keep playing the game.
I want to go to UK and play baseball.
In Lexington, Jeremy Toms, WKYT.
The UK baseball team will be in Omaha this weekend for the College World Series. As for Eastern Little League, their All-Stars were selected tonight, and their own journey towards the Little League World Series is just beginning. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, jury deliberations will continue tomorrow to decide the fate of President Biden's only surviving son.
And in the world of weather, temperatures right now are in the 50s and 60s. No rain chances are in the forecast, but that temperature, it's going up. And I'll tell you how high it will go coming up in the First Alert forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.